So we're going to talk about the CRM module of xTuple. And CRM stands for Corporate Relations Management. And basically you're going to see accounts for all areas of the corporation, such as customers, vendors, and users and employees. And it's a pretty powerful module because you have contact information, you can create incidents and projects and link them to different accounts within the CRM module. So let's get started with looking at projects. So on the project or on the CRM module, you select projects, and we currently have a project in there that is called ERP xTuple, or implementation of xTuple. So I'm going to open this up. Now, to create a project, you would select New. We're going to open this one that's already been created. And this is the implementation project that Mitch has created for Abutech. And you can see that the account is Abutech Industries, and this would be accounts that have been set up. So this could be a customer, a vendor, or a user. If you needed to find or assign an account, you can click on the account tab, and you can start typing the account name. So in this case, AB brings up all accounts that are AB. Start with AB, and in this case we would pick Abutech. You can assign an owner to this particular project, and again you can start typing in that field and the owners will come up, such as Mitch, or you can also use the drop-down list here. And these would be just people, users that have had accounts assigned to them in CRM. So in this case, we're going to leave this as Mitch. And then you can also assign it to people within the organization. And in this case, this has been assigned to Mitch using the same methods as we did with the accounts, the owner, and the owners. So you can type the name in, or you can use the list. And then also, we can assign contacts. So if there's contacts associated with your account, you can type a name in the box here, or you can do the list as well and search for those contacts. You can assign a due date for your project. You can assign a start date for the project and the date that you assigned it to the person you've assigned it to. Now you'll see below, these are all, this is the activity that has been created via tasks. So here we've created tasks for this particular project, ERPXT. And to create a task, you go in to the New button, and you'll see here you can create tasks, you can create an incident, and we'll go through the incidents later. And then, of course, if there's sales orders, quotes, purchase orders, or work orders that are assigned to, or you'd like to assign this project to. So in this case, we could assign a task, and what I'll do is open up a task that's currently been assigned. So load item. And you can see here that the task number is load item, the name is load item, and there's a description of what the load item task would be. There's an owner who is Katie, and the due date is September 15th, and it was assigned in July. It was started in July and has yet to be completed. So once that's completed, the owner can go in and assign a completed date. There's also areas here you could assign alarms to this as a reminder, comments, characteristics, and documents you can assign to this task. And you can press save, and your task will be saved. So you can see here there's a lot of tasks associated with this project. You can look at sales orders, purchase orders, and work order data on the project, billing, notes, characteristics, comments, and then any documents that may be assigned to this project. And you can make the project recurring. So any questions regarding this portion of the CRM project side? Great. Okay, so let's go into instances. A bit of time here to close things up. So we've got an incident created here. And if you wanted to create a new incident, you could select a new button. But in this case, we're going to open up this incident that was created earlier today. And an incident could be the most common example I could think of would be a customer problem. So customer calls and says they've got a problem with the product. You could create an incident for that particular phone call. And these are pre-numbered. You give the incident a description. And again, same as with the project, you could type in the account or customer that it's associated with and the owner of this incident, and you could assign the owner, assign the incident to an individual in the company. You could also put the contact information, again, associated with this account, that the person who you've assigned the incident to could contact if they had further questions. You can assign status to the incident. So in this case, we will, because we're just creating the incident, we'll say that it's been assigned, but you can also indicate as you update the incident whether it's been resolved, it's closed, it requires feedback, confirmed, and so on. You could also indicate the severity of the incident, the priority of the incident, and then once it's completed, the resolution of the incident. If you'd like to assign the incident to a particular project that you're working on, you can do that by either typing the project name in or going through the list of projects. In the notes field, this is, I think, an important area for incidents. You can record any phone calls that you've had with the customer. You can indicate what the issue is and just make notes on that incident. Again, there's characteristics you can assign to the incident. Relationships, so if this incident, if it's a problem with the product, you can assign the item part number here by typing it in or going through the list. And if it's a particular lot or serial number, you can also assign that. And again, indicate if it's recurring. Now here you can also create to-do lists. So with this incident, if you want to follow up with the customer, you can create a to-do. And to do that, you would press New, and I'll open up this to-do list. We're going to edit this, sorry. And so I've created a to-do for this particular incident to make a phone call, and I've assigned it to myself, and I want to make this phone call today. I assigned it today, and I'll start it today. And once I make the phone call, I can indicate that it's been completed. And again, I can make this recurring. I can indicate who the contact would be for this particular to-do, which would relate back to the account number. Any notes, any relationships, again, so going back to the contact, the contact information would be related to this account, Blue-Tech. And this particular incident, because we've opened the to-do list in the incident, and I can assign an alarm, which would just be a notification to let me know when I should make that phone call, remind me to make the phone call, and then any comments or documents associated with the to-do list. So I can save that. And so now I have my new incident created. So I can save that. And that is how you would create an incident in CRM. So does anyone have any questions regarding incidents? Okay, so we're going to go on to CRM accounts. And as I mentioned before, CRM accounts are accounts for all corporate relationship management. So you'll see in the accounts section, this would be a list of all of your customers, vendors, and employees that have had accounts set up through customers through the sales module, vendors through the purchasing module, and employees through the employee setup. So all of those accounts would be present here. Now if I open up an account, CRM account, I can see that this particular account number is associated with ADP Inc. And I can see also that this is a vendor. So this vendor would have been probably set up through the purchasing module through the vendor setup. And you can see contact information. In this case, there is none, but if you wanted to add contact information here, you could, or you can add it through the vendor setup. And you can also make this account a customer just by checking onto the customer box, and you could go into the customer information here, and it would be the same as the customer setup in the sales module. So you can assign roles to, well, different CRM accounts could have different roles or several roles. You can have secondary contacts in this as well. So again, you would just click on secondary and you could add the contact information by clicking on list and then selecting new and fill in the contact information such as the address, phone number. Just open this up to show you. Address, phone number information, etc. You could have notes for this particular contact and comments that would be, these are automatically created when changes are made to this account. You have characteristics assigned to this account number and activity that things that have happened with this account number. So to-do lists, opportunities, or incidences that are related to this account. So we had talked about incidences and projects earlier, and this would be where they would show up. And then any lot 0 registrations that are assigned to this account, and of course documents as well can be attached to this account. And you can indicate also if this is an organization or an individual. So we'll close this up. And the last item that we're going to talk about, well, first of all, are there any questions about the CRM accounts management? Okay, so let's go on then to the last item, and that would be the ERP calendar. And this is a customized calendar specifically for BlueTech. Let's take a second for it to load up. So this is basically just a calendar setup, and you can see that the tasks are showing for the project that we saw earlier, and the different dates that these tasks need to be performed. Tasks that are showing in red would be past due. You can see sales orders here, and so this is a really valuable calendar. You can select what you would like to see on the calendar, so it gives you a good snapshot of what is required and the dates they are required. You can set it up monthly, weekly, daily, or today. And you can select what you'd like to see on the calendar: the task management, sales management, accounting, and purchasing. And you can see quickly what overdue items are on your calendar. So that's it for the ERP calendar. If you have any questions, okay, that's great. So thank you for attending the CRM training.